Hi Gemini. We're going to do a general love reading today. And the fact that it's a general reading, that means it may not resonate for all of you. If it does resonate, however, I'll be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, I'm open for personal readings now, and the information for that is also in the box below. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross layout, and I'm using the Llewellyn deck of cards. And just to let you know too that the gender cards, or there's, not the gender cards, but the cards that are in here, the male and female, refer to the male and female divine energies that we all have, and not to the gender. Okay? Alright, let's see what's going on here. Now, as I say, these are general love readings. They may not always be about romantic love, but they are always in reference to creativity, spirituality, or love moving through your life. Okay? So let's check this out. Okay, so what I see here for the guide from the universe is the Eight of Cups. And I'm just going to draw a clarifier on that. So I kind of feel like you're going to be moving in, and I got the Seven of Swords for the clarifier. What I see here is that it's time to move on. It's time to move on into a place that enables you to move more into kind of emotions and spirit and things like that. Because where you've been, it's not enough anymore. So I do see you, now it could be literally moving, that's possible, physically moving, but definitely moving on from your, from your place of being, okay? So above you now we've got the Seven of Wands, and you know what, this is an energy that is influencing you right now, and I clarified it with the King of Cups. And what this is about is that, once again, it's time for you to move, and this is like about your thinking and stuff too, because we've got the King of Cups here. So it's a much more, this is your divine masculine energy, being able to then integrate into spirit and emotions. So it's a more holistic kind of approach for you, using your divine feminine, but also moving your divine masculine kind of into a place. Because I think what's happened is it's time to expand your ability to be able to handle more change and more things that are coming at you in your life, and feeling much more, not like you control them, not more in control that way, but more like you can orchestrate them. It's like strategies are more available to you. So it doesn't have to be, dependent just on the old kind of male energy, but more, okay, I've said enough. Okay, and in your immediate past, I see the Knight of Wands, and I think this is important, what just came up for you and what the guides are telling you, because I do see you very methodically moving towards your future and towards growth. And then what I see here too is on you right now, you've got the Six of Cups and the Sun. I mean, that's awesome. That is awesome. I can see why this is happening for you, why you're having to move away from your old kind of paradigm constructs. Because the Six of Cups is around something, very much with the sun illuminating it. So it kind of goes back to the connection at a soul level that you had both with yourself and with other potential people in the world, and like soulmates, you know what I mean? Like, and even a soulmate. So we'll see what that refers to. Because now with the sun riding with you, you're getting a lot more clarification and kind of illumination and support as you're moving into this next stage of your life. I've got the Chariot at the base, which tells me that, this is a very passionate move. Passion is like beckoning you, calling you, because that's where I see you now being activated in a much more powerful way. So having that divine male energy, but being able to express it through passion and maybe not through anger, okay? That kind of idea, that kind of paradigm shift. Because you've got the tower above you now into your near future, and the Ten of Swords. So I can totally see where this is coming from, because the tower is helping to break down this old paradigm way of thinking and this old way of acting. And that would be, like I say, more through anger, revenge, kind of the old masculine traits being replaced now by the more evolved divine masculine traits. And I think that's a result of you being, really hurt in the emotional level, in the spiritual level, and maybe even feeling, seriously abandoned, like you're on your own here. And I think that kind of construct is, separating you, or has separated you, let's put it that way, from where healing can take place, okay? So, yes, you survived, but did the healing take place? And if you hadn't moved into kind of the spiritual, emotional side of you, then possibly not, because the anger became the expression or something like that, okay? So then we got the Four of Cups and the Star. So this is kind of new information that's coming at a heart level and it's a very earthy, it's a behavioral thing. It's a response thing, a communication thing coming from you in terms of the old mode of operation. And so what's happening is that this new opportunity is now coming to you to enlighten you. As I say, you've got the sun on you now. So there's a lot of enlightenment going on about who you are and how you express yourself. Then we have the Star showing up here, and how you express yourself emotionally. Okay, let me just clarify. The Star in your near future. So it's moving more in line with who you, on a cosmic level, kind of your configuration, okay, is guiding you. So, and this is for Gemini. So Gemini is, quite often referred to as a sign of communication. So it's really essential for you, and a lot of it's self-communicating. So it's not just communicating externally, but internally too. And that's where I see the tower hitting you that way. So changing that inner part so that then the outer part changes. You've got the Queen of Swords in your subconscious. And then we've got the Page of Swords showing up here. So what I see with the Queen of Swords is using the swords, which is, communication, clarity, probing, discernment, in a more kind of feminine way, with, calling upon the, a union between the masculine and feminine here, ways of communicating and using the sword as a positive tool while you kind of wait to see what's happening next in your life, okay? Because you've got the Six of Cups on you and the Sun and the Chariot. So there's definite movement going on here. And with the Tower, there's definite movement going on. So it's kind of like, okay, like getting your bearings, kind of figuring it out, kind of holding, your position as you wait, but using that power that you have as discernment more than defensiveness. You've got the Three of Wands in your environment, and I think that's what's happening is as you wait and kind of get your bearings, you may notice that your kind of vision or of the universe or of your world has changed. It's expanding a lot more in terms of what's possible for you, because the world is changing, and I do believe that the dimensions are opening and possibilities are opening as well as we even on a world level go through a transition period. So I think that that's an impetus for the change that's taking place, and I can see that with the Eight of Cups, because it's like something's calling you that you need to follow and leave some of the perceptions behind. You've got the King of Wands in a position of your hopes and desires, and then I've got the Ten of Wands that I drew on that, and the Two of Swords. So when it comes to decision making and making some choices, as I believe in this transition time is being called upon of you to make some choices and decisions as to where you're going to kind of go next with your life. Where are you going to take everything that you're holding in you and be able to put somewhere in the world. And that's where the King of Wands comes in. So it's in a position of what you want. You want to be on your path so that you can create something solid. And now you're trying to decide, well, where is that? And it's really difficult to decide just using the limited power of the mind, because quite often the mind stores experiences from the past, but not possibilities of the future, okay? And as I say, with the Three of Wands showing up in your environment, I think that now you're beginning to see a much broader landscape as to where, you possibly will be going next, okay? Both physically and definitely, psychologically and through your communications. Okay, then we've got the Hermit in the outcome card. So the Hermit happens because of the Queen of Swords and the discernment, as I said, using it for probing. And that probing is kind of going internally. And as I say, with the world kind of being on hold for a while now, there's been a lot of kind of alone time for people as they've been in their houses more and stuff like that. So I kind of see this affecting you in a way that has given you the opportunity to take the time to probe, and more to probe internally in yourself, to actually come to terms with, your inner values, your inner, who am I, and then what will be abundance for me, what will make me happy, all that kind of stuff, and then using that information to kind of light your path ahead as you're moving on it, as I said, which is in a position of what you want. You want to be the King of Wands, which is neither male nor female. It's just, taking that energy and putting it on the path where you can build the new. Okay, and as I say, I see the Hermit guiding that. I'm going to be doing, as I say, a extended reading. So if this did resonate for you and you're, wanting to know more about where the Hermit is going and where the path and what it looks like and who might be there with you, around you, meet me then in the extended, and the information for that is in the box below. If not, I'll see you next week. But first of all, I'm just going to draw an oracle from Wisdom of Avalon, and I've got the Earth Fairy here. Now, the Earth Fairy is about physical health, grounding, and foundations. So that's what I see happening here, as I say, with the Tower on you is, and the Ten of Swords. It's kind of, and you with the Eight of Cups, moving beyond your current foundations and moving into something that has more possibilities, as the Three of Wands is opening the world up more for you. Okay, well that's it for today, Gemini, and I'll see you next week.